Right now at 6, 2 are confirmed dead after a shooting at UW-Platteville. Coming up, more on the identified victims. Plus, a security guard arrested after allegedly helping 10 inmates escape a New Orleans detention facility.
Watching WKBT La Crosse, this is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Ken Kozarowski.
And I'm Emily Brown, live at the University of Wisconsin-Platteville, where a campus is coping after 2 students were found dead.
And we start with the latest developments in that investigation. The university releasing the names of the 2 female students, 22-year-old Kelsey Martin of Beloit and 22-year-old Hallie Helms of Baraboo. Police say their bodies were found in Wilgus Hall, a student dorm. The university is calling this a targeted and isolated incident. Helms had just received her education degree over the weekend. Martin was set to graduate with a forensic science degree this summer. Details very few and far between. In the last few minutes, just confirming that it has been labeled a shooting. Emily, a very difficult situation on that campus. It's an ongoing investigation as these details continue to take shape. Everyone on campus, meanwhile, trying to make sense of it all.
Yeah, Ken, the tone on campus here today is somber. A relatively quiet community, Platteville, was struck by tragedy, and now students are doing their best to move forward.
It's been a heavy couple of days for the students and faculty of UW-Platteville. The deaths of 2 students come as the rest of campus was wrapping up finals, preparing for the summer months ahead, all ready for a bit of relief. Isaiah McLeod, a sophomore, is heading home for the break. He says he's seen a lot are packing up and doing the same.
You look around you, this parking lot, normally you can't find any parking. Same thing with everything else around here. Everybody's trying to get the heck out of Dodge as quick as possible. Not a lot of people want to be here. They'd rather be with their families, especially during a time like this.
Counseling services began today to help students mourn the loss of 22-year-old Kelsey Martin and 22-year-old Hallie Helms. People stopped by Wilgus Hall to lay down flowers. A sad end to the semester, especially for those who just graduated last week.
A little sad because I have a lot of good friends here, and this is a place I've known for the past 4 years, so it's a little disappointing to leave it on this note.
Classes were canceled the rest of the week. Triage counseling services through the university are available through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Now, as the community continues to grieve and wait for answers, those who need to talk this out are encouraged to call an emotional support line. Those numbers are 844-602-6680 or 720-272-0004. Both are staffed with mental health professionals. Reporting live in Platteville, News 8 Now, Emily Brown.
Emily, thank you. The Chippewa County Sheriff's Office is warning residents about a concerning trend of road sign thefts. Several towns across the county have reported thefts in recent months. So the Sheriff's Office urging residents to report missing or stolen signs to local town officials or the Highway Department for county roads. Republican Congressman Derek Van Orden wants to get rid of the state's spring elections. It comes after a series of high-profile GOP losses. Here's what Van Orden told one reporter.
Republicans don't vote, period. We just don't vote in spring elections.
How do you change that?
I don't think we should have a spring election.
When asked about Van Orden's statement there, State Party Chairman Brian Schimming laughed off the idea. In April, Democratic-backed Susan Crawford beat Conservative-backed Brad Schimmel by 10 points in the state Supreme Court election. Billionaire Elon Musk says he is pulling back on funding candidates. Musk-backed groups spent over $21 million on that Wisconsin Supreme Court race. He supported the Republican-backed Schimmel's campaign. Nationally, Musk spent over $290 million to re-elect President Trump and other congressional candidates.
Well, definitely check your calendar. Yeah, it felt more like mid-March, but it was end of May almost here as temperatures hovered in the 40s all day long. They were still in the 40s, and obviously we had a lot of rainfall, especially this morning. Now, overall, these are your high temps. Now, this is kind of misleading because these temps were closer to midnight. We haven't been really close to these this afternoon, more like in the mid-40s, so that's what we were at midnight. Now, we kind of skipped right back over there. Let's go back. There's your rainfall amounts, and then I'm kind of flipping around here with my button there, but overall, there's your rainfall amounts. Some Some areas good more. The Minneapolis had 3+ inches. Now this is only in the last 24 hours, so it doesn't account for all the precipitation we've had, but most of the area had 1.5 to 2.5 inches. Now overall right now, those are your numbers for rainfall for the last 24 hours. The rain right now has kind of just a little bit of a band from Eau Claire down to Winona. Most of the rest of the area is just seeing cloudy skies, breezy, chilly conditions with occasional sprinkles, and that's really going to be the trend for most areas this evening until we get more of that precipitation further south in Illinois begin to wrap up into the area. That's what we'll see later on. But for this evening, really you just carry a jacket, you'll be comfortable. Otherwise, a few sprinkles here and there, light rain in some areas, mainly east and north of I-94. We'll see more of this begin to expand as we go throughout the night. Now we do have one more day of rain to come. The good news, it's lighter rain, and then we will see some improvement for the end. And for the most part, the Memorial Day weekend is shaping up to be dry, but not quite warm. So we'll break all that down a bit later.
Sounds like a plan. Thanks, Greg. Well, your drink can make a difference. The Pints for a Purpose event happening right now at the Turtle Stack Brewery in La Crosse. All tips and 10% of sales until 8 o'clock tonight will support the Hunger Task Force.
Pints for a Purpose is just a reflection of one of our core values, which is community. So we just wanted to take that a step farther and start establishing better connections with community causes that are helpful.
This is the brewery's third Pints for a Purpose event. Logan Middle School and Logan High School are this year's top-notch Teacher Relief Fund winners. Dahl Automotive honored the two schools with the funds today, which came from money put aside for every car sale and oil change during the month of April. Dahl Automotive collected area school nominations, and the community ended up voting on both Logan Middle and High School as the recipients.
It is our next generation of individuals and leaders in our community, and we want to make sure that they have all the resources that they need in their learning to become the best that they possibly can be.
Each school receiving a check of $3,570. Local third graders slide into safety today at the Onalaska Omni Center. Students rotated through interactive stations learning summer survival skills from experts. From water safety to first aid, bike helmets to fire prevention, kids practicing staying safe during our region's peak injury season.
Traumatic injuries we really see increase in like the 10 to 14-year-old age group, and so third graders are kind of the prime age. They're starting to stay home by themselves potentially over the course of the summer. That's really when we see a lot of injuries for kids is during the summer.
This annual event helps address the fact that nearly half of all childhood injuries occurred during the summer months. Arcadia's entire police department resigned, leaving Trempealeau County's largest city with little help. In a matter of months, the department went from 5 full-time officers to just an interim chief. The city says officers left to pursue new opportunities, leaving the Trempealeau County Sheriff's Office to cover their calls.
When you don't see a police officer downtown and you see someone doing 50 miles per hour in a school zone, I just pray nobody gets killed one day.
Residents and officials have responded to the departures and what the city plans to do next. Still ahead tonight, a security guard arrested after allegedly helping 10 inmates escape from a New Orleans detention facility. Plus, kids invited to be reporters at the White House. The pressing questions they asked when we come back.
Ready for a better career with excellent pay, benefits, and work-life balance? Chart Industries is hiring fabricators. Join the team that's shaping the future and providing awesome pay and excellent benefits. Apply today at jobs.chartindustries.com.
Get solar and get saving with Olson Solar Energy.
The biggest thing I want to get across to people, whether it's via email or voicemail or text, is we are a local Wisconsin family-owned turnkey solar company.
We have project managers that will walk you through the process, keep you informed along the way, and make sure that the communication is the best that it can be.
All the financial benefits are awesome. And then on top of that, it's green energy. How can you lose?
Ryan wants to get every new device that's smart. I'm wondering, how can the internet handle all of this?
We have Spectrum Internet. We use it for everything. Homework, remote work from home, doing research for trips.
Spectrum Internet allows us to do things faster and more conveniently.
I feel like that's a win-win for everybody.
Fast, reliable internet starting at $30 a month, backed by the Spectrum commitment to keep you connected.
We see you out there, making the most of every moment.
Happy birthday, buddy.
one big, bright idea at a time. And at Blaine's, we're glad to be part of it. By offering best-in-class products and dependable solutions at unbeatable farm and fleet prices. So when the work's all done, you can find value to enjoy the things you value. Blaine's Farm and Fleet, being original.
Ready for a better career with excellent pay, benefits, and work-life balance? Chart Industries is hiring fabricators. Join the team that's shaping the future and providing awesome pay and excellent benefits. Apply today at jobs.chartindustries.com.
A jail employee has been arrested for allegedly helping inmates escape from a New Orleans detention facility. 33-year-old Sterling Williams taken into custody overnight. The state attorney general says Williams, a maintenance worker, turned the water off in the cell where the 10 inmates escaped. One of the inmates allegedly threatened to shank Williams if he did not help. 4 of the inmates have been captured since Friday's escape. 6 still on the run.
We are operating under tight staffing conditions with outdated surveillance system, aging locks, blind spots, limited redundancies, and our current budget prioritizes safety as best we can. We're spending our money on what is a priority right now, but it is simply not enough.
Jail officials say their facility is overcrowded and that new safety measures are being added to handle the number of inmates staying for longer periods of time. Children took over the White House today, calling the shots on Take Our Sons and Daughters to Work Day. As part of the celebration, kids of the White House press corps were invited to be reporters, asking the tough questions in the White House briefing room. They wanted to know whether President Trump likes to give hugs, what's his favorite candy, and if he had a superpower, what would it be?
If he had a superpower, it would be to just snap his fingers and solve all of our country's problems just like that, because he likes to get things done very quickly.
The press secretary encouraged the young journalists to work hard and pursue every opportunity to accomplish their goals. We will have more news ahead, but first.
Yes, we're going to have some sunshine eventually later this week. We've got to get through Wednesday and the rainfall, but then the end of the week, it's coming back with maybe some 60s. We'll break it all down, show you how much more rain we'll have. That coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
Founded on hard work, dedication, respect, and integrity, we at Maxwell White understand the importance of home comfort. Maxwell White strives to provide our customers with a positive experience every time. Maxwell White, plumbing done right.
Chevy makes affordable vehicles that help you enjoy life. Get more for less in the Chevy Trax. Maximize every mile in the all-electric Equinox. And power through with the capable Colorado. Enjoy endless possibilities and your new Chevy. Well-qualified buyers can get 2.9% financing on all 2025 Equinox models. Plus, get no monthly payments for 90 days when you finance with GM Financial. Visit HometownChevy.com.
All right, everybody. I know it's easy to forget things, but we don't want you to miss this new deal from US Cellular. Save big with our best price ever. Just $15 a line when you get 4 lines.
Ooh, I can save enough to buy a gift for my understanding wife.
Sorry, I'm late. Ooh, that's a great deal. I have a facial. This was fun.
Oh, come on. You have flowers?
Save big with our best price ever. Just $15 a line when you get 4 lines. US Cellular, built for us.
Is poor support giving you the bed aches? We engineered the new Sealy Posturepedic to help stop those nagging aches for good. Because our exclusive precision fit coils respond to your pressure points with targeted support. Say so long to bed aches with Sealy Posturepedic.
Save up to $500 on select adjustable mattress sets during our Memorial Day sales event. Slumberland. Stop stressing. Start sleeping.
Here at Maxwell White, we know how valuable your time is. From issues with your hot water to slower clogged drains, our team is always on time with friendly service and solutions you can trust. Don't wait. Contact Maxwell White. Plumbing done right.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Well, stormy weather brought heavy hail and lightning to the Oklahoma City metro area yesterday. The National Weather Service says it received many reports of hail and damaging winds across the state. Nothing severe in our neck of the woods. Been a consistent bit of rain today. Will the rain stick around into tomorrow and coming up to the Memorial Day weekend, Greg?
Well, it's definitely going to be around for tomorrow, but we're not going to see that moderate rainfall, that really moderate to even some heavy rainfall this morning that we had. Generally more light rain is going to Wednesday and lighter winds, so that'll be somewhat improvement. The steadier rain will come back in later tonight. It'll impact the morning commute, so that'll be something to keep an eye on. Otherwise, morning rain will turn into really areas of light rain or some showers, depending on where this band kind of sets up tomorrow. You may see a little bit of sprinkles going on throughout the day, or you might see just general light rain too. But all in all, it's going to get dry and cool as we continue Thursday and Friday. The sun will come out. That means we're back into the 60s. That's not average, but it's getting at least better than being in the 40s and near 50 too. But right now, most of the rainfall for this evening is going to be just north of Eau Claire with some spotty showers elsewhere and general light rain that could be mainly north and east of I-94. And this is what you're going to probably see throughout the evening hours. The temperatures holding the 40s. So you'll need the umbrella occasionally, but it's definitely not going to be a lot of rainfall. Most areas will probably just be cloudy, breezy, and chilly as we go throughout the evening. Eventually, towards later tonight, all that activity to the south with that low that's in Illinois will eventually begin to pull up north, and we'll see this area begin to kind of fill in with more light rain throughout the morning hours going into the morning commute. So that's when a lot of areas could see generally light rain or steady light rain through the morning commute. This will be the trend going on throughout the daytime as this area kind of rotates around. And as you see, if you're in this area, you'll generally get some light rain. If you're outside of it, you'll probably get drizzle or sprinkles in cloudy conditions. But this is going to continue to rotate through. So we'll continue to see this through the afternoon and the evening hour too. Just light rain. Notice the temperatures, 40s. We might get into the 50s because the rain won't be as much, so we'll at least get some improvement. A little bit warmer as you go further north because it'll kind of escape a lot of this rainfall. And the winds also, as I mentioned, won't be as bad. Towards the evening commute, that rainfall will continue. Just light rainfall. It'll probably wrap up closer to about midnight. And then going into Thursday, we'll see some sunshine. Some afternoon clouds will build up. We could even see a little bit of a shower in the afternoon as we go into Thursday. And then Friday, the bigger story is we'll generally have clearing skies in the morning, some more clouds in the afternoon, but we will see more sunshine. That's the good news. We'll get back in the 60s, so a dry end to the week. Now for all the way to 6 or 5 a.m., we're going to see some precipitation here. Amounts will generally be in the quarter, maybe a half if you're lucky to get under one of these bands, but I think most areas will probably be staying generally in the quarter-inch range. And then tomorrow as we go throughout, it's really where this band sets up. That's where you could get over a half-inch. Most of the rest of the area will probably be in that quarter to a half-inch range. So much less than we saw today, but still light rain, wet conditions, chilly conditions too, just barely getting a few degrees warmer than we had today. Going into Thursday, we're going to see the rain actually end. So going into Thursday morning, dry conditions, but you got some 30s starting to show up. That's going to be quite chilly. And we can't rule out fall going into some of these mornings too, given all the moisture. As mentioned, Thursday, back into the 60s, dry conditions, light winds, a little bit better, not yet to average. Friday, a little bit more sun in the morning. This is where we could see some fog potential because it will be clear going into Friday morning. So something to keep in mind for Friday morning. Getting back into the mid-60s, that's the better news. The Memorial Day weekend, Saturday and Sunday mainly dry. A few showers Memorial Day, but overall I think the most period will be dry. It's just not going to be that warm. We're going to be up the mid to upper 60s, maybe an outside shot of a 70. If you want the 70s, they're coming next week, maybe 80 by the end of next week. We'll get back to where we should be. 75 on Wednesday, that's kind of where we should be at this time of the year.
Okay, gotcha. So 80s are on the way. We
on
just
the
gotta
way,
be a little patient
just gotta
with
get
them.
yeah. So, like I said, May's been the tale of two halves here.
It really has. Quite the dichotomy.
Warm and dry, and now wet and cool.
Two halves of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you, Greg. Coming up next in sports, howling for history. The Timberwolves begin their series with the Thunder in just over an hour. Sights and sounds from shoot-around earlier today in OKC as Minnesota tries to reach new heights. Jacob is next.
Is it time for new windows or doors? Contact the company who has done the research for you. The best windows and doors installed by the best people. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions.
Memorial Day weekend deals have arrived at Ashley. Now through Monday, shop incredible doorbusters starting at just $2.99. Add a queen mattress for as little as $5.99. And get summer ready with outdoor favorites starting at $6.50. Now through Monday only at Ashley.
Hey Nick, what's your usual?
Yeah, please.
How's your day going?
Oh, pretty good. Air conditioning went out at the house, and I got some guys coming over to fix it.
Nothing that G&T can't take your mind off of, right?
Oh, absolutely, man. I can always depend on G&T to put my mind at ease.
Especially when I make them, eh?
Well, I'm talking about G&T heating and air conditioning. They have never let me down.
Call G&T. For the best heating and air conditioning, guaranteed.
Maybe I should switch to G&T.
We see you out there, building a life you love, knowing that when inspiration strikes, nothing should get in your way. At Blaine's, we're here to help with everything you need to make it happen at prices that make it possible. Like 10% off Carl Star specialty tires, 15% off for rewards members, 5 quarts of Valvoline full synthetic motor oil, $19.99 after mail-in rebate, and men's Skechers John Deere slip-ins, just $39.99. Find the value you need to do things your way. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
To everyone making time for life's best moments, let us celebrate with you.
In Wisconsin, we love celebrating together.
Big days or any other day.
So much.
From hot and juicy to ooey gooey
to oh my word.
Oh my word. Serving you a handcrafted meal that makes today
a little bit more special. That's what fills us up inside.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Memorial Day weekend deals have arrived at Ashley. Now through Monday, shop incredible doorbusters starting at just $2.99. Add a queen mattress for as little as $5.99. And get summer ready with outdoor favorites starting at $6.50. Now through Monday only at Ashley.
Covering all the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lenzendorf.
Well, the NBA Conference Finals kick off in just over an hour, and the Minnesota Timberwolves are determined to avenge their loss to the Mavericks from last year and make it to their first NBA Finals in franchise history. Here's a look from shoot-around earlier today for the T-Wolves inside of Paycom Center in Oklahoma City. It's a quick turnaround for the Thunder as they just knocked out the Nuggets in Game 7 of the conference semis back on Sunday. Meanwhile, Minnesota last hit the hardwood 6 days ago. It hasn't been smooth sailing all season for Minnesota with a few roadblocks along the way, but one of their stars says that's what makes this team so dangerous.
You know, we've had to go through a lot of things together, ups and downs, injuries, like you said, just finding our identity as a team. So I think more than anything, it's just build character for our team. So, you know, we get in moments like these, we really trust each other and know we have each other's back because we had to go through many different battles throughout the course of the season together.
The Thunder are 6.5-point favorites in tonight's Game 1 contest. I'll have highlights from this one later at 10. In case you missed the news, Matthew Golden will be a Packer for the next 4 seasons with a team option for a 5th, as the rookie speedster will make over $17.5 million in fully guaranteed money, and it comes with a signing bonus of $9.42 million. Last year with Texas, Golden hauled in 58 catches for 987 yards and 9 touchdowns. The new deal makes him the highest paid Green Bay pass catcher by average annual value. And the Brewers back at it tonight after a tight 5-4 victory over the Orioles last night. A Cedric Mullins 3-run blast tied things up, but then William Contreras delivered an eventual game-winning hit. Milwaukee is looking to lock up their first series win in 2 weeks. Logan Henderson will look to make it 3 quality starts to start his campaign with the Crew. Meanwhile, Keegan Aiken gets the ball for the Orioles. Should mention 7:30 on ESPN tonight is where that one, the T-Wolves game is taking place.
Gotcha.
But Ken, let's put our prediction caps on. What do you think for games and winners for each conference finals for the NBA?
Yeah, I'll take the Knicks in 6 in the East because there's no way you could support the Pacers after the last few years as a Bucks fan. Knicks also look fantastic this year. And the Pacers have had to just deal with injury-riddled teams so far in the playoffs. So could run into a buzzsaw with the Knicks. And then got to go Wolves. I'm thinking Wolves in 7 because the Thunder have looked like a very strong team.
Yes, I agree. Give me Wolves in 7 and give me Knicks in 7.
Okay.
2 game 7s. Who says no to that, right?
Absolutely.
That sounds like a great series to me. So yeah, it's gonna be tough though. OKC, a very good team, but we saw some chinks in the armor against the Nuggets. So we'll see how that one goes.
Absolutely. Fingers crossed for the Wolves.
Good luck to the Wolves.
Thanks, Jacob.
Thanks.
Greg's got one final check of your forecast right after this.
Meeting you locally where you are online. Miss a story? See it again or watch us live on YouTube at WKBT News 8 Now.
Where there's a flooded basement, musty crawl space, or wood rot, there's an answer. American Waterworks. For more than 30 years, American Waterworks has been solving homeowners' toughest waterproofing problems. Schedule your free inspection and estimate today.
You can really taste the hickory on this Arby's 6-hour smoked pulled pork.
You know, I always thought your best quality was your flavor palette.
Well, you know, people think I'm funny, too.
Nah, it's your palate.
What?
Arby's, we have the meats.
Hot tubs, hot tubs, hot tubs. The Hot Tub and Swim Spa Expo is at Hot Springs Spas and Pools in Onalaska. This Memorial Day weekend only. Truckloads of hot tubs from major brands like Hot Spring and Caldera Hot Tubs. All discounted. Hot tubs as low as $79 a month. Swim spas up to $10,000 off. 0% financing for up to 60 months. Factory direct patio furniture up to 50% off. Saunas starting at $99 a month. Hot tubs, swim spas, saunas, and patio furniture up to 30% off. This weekend only at Hot Springs Spas and Pools in Onalaska. SpaExpoLacrosse.com.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. From the Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand. Right now, you can get a 3.99% APR on a 2025 CR-V.
All right, for most areas this evening, a little bit of light rain, but I think most areas will remain dry, cloudy, breezy, chilly. The light rain really becomes steady after midnight. The morning commute looks wet, but just not as heavy rain as we saw for this morning. Otherwise, drier conditions Thursday, Friday. Some improvement on temperatures. The weekend, Memorial Day weekend, overall looks dry. A few showers Monday, but we're not quite to average yet. So just one more day and we'll see some improvement.
Okay, so not a bad holiday weekend, and we'll get you some sports. Maybe Thursday.
That would be nice. I would love that.
We'll see what happens. Thanks so much for joining us at 6. We'll see you back at 10.